Speaking of who the fuck knows, there's been something a little bit strange roaming the streets in Houston, Texas here recently this week, Phil. Let's go to the screens real fast. Houston police still don't know where a missing tiger is. But here's what we do know. I'll tell you what they do know. They know it's a tiger, and they know they don't know where the fuck he is.
It could be outside your house right now, G.
Oh shit, man! Just whatever you do, don't be like, pss, 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 pss. You know, we're not trying to attract any of these.
Kitty.
No, sir. I don't think Luce would be able to defend us from a full-size tiger, man. Holy shit! But they can't find this motherfucker at all, dude. No sign of Houston tiger named India. Alleged owner returns to jail. So apparently, the guy that owned the fucking tiger got arrested. They took him to jail. The tiger seized that opportunity to get the fuck out. And then people have just been seeing him laying around in yards and stuff the last few days.
He named the tiger India?
Yeah,
that's a little on the nose, don't you think, man?
Yeah, that's a little bit of a rubber hammer, man.
Yeah, it's like naming a lion Serengeti, you know?
Yeah, dude, not the most creative name.
Come on,
for a
try
tiger.
hard.
Yeah, no shit, man. So they don't know where the fuck this thing is. They think maybe he's still in the city. They think people are picking him up and passing him between homes. But Phil, I don't buy into this theory at all. Like, dude, okay, I'll tell you a quick story from my real life. A long time ago, I knew this lady whose family raised tigers, right? And they would raise tigers to sell to zoos and circuses or whatever on their land. And sometimes she would have to transport the tigers, right? And when that happened, they'd have to go through the city from one place to another. And one time she stopped by my apartment with one of the fucking baby tigers. So I got to hold a baby white tiger. Like, I mean baby, in my two hands. Tiny little motherfucker in my hand, you know? And I'll tell you a couple of things about it. First of all, that motherfucker was dense. I couldn't believe how heavy it was for the size that he was. The little paws were gigantic. You could tell, and the girl even told me, she was like, in 10 weeks, this is big enough to kill you and to eat you. I was like, holy shit, man. But I bring that up to say, that little ass tiger did a little baby kitten tiger roar like, wow. And it was so fucking, I couldn't believe how loud it was. It was loud enough that it made my head go backwards. So here's what I'm saying, man.
No.
I know. I have a photograph somewhere of me holding a baby tiger when I was when I was still alive and a much younger man. But I say that to say, if they're trying to tell me that there's a tiger being passed between homes, somebody heard this motherfucker. They are not quiet. Yeah. You know what I mean? You can hear a tiger down the block.
Roar, yeah.
Yeah, and I can't imagine he's too happy being inside a house. I feel like that's only a matter of time. But nonetheless, people in Houston are into it. They're taking pictures. They're seeing him. They're finding him. They want to pet the tiger. That's a terrible idea, but you know somebody's going to do it.
That's a terrible idea. Don't do it.
Somebody's going to fucking do it. And so what did they decide to do? How can we make this situation worse? There's a tiger on the loose. Who could we bring in to make a worse situation out of this whole thing? Enter Carole Baskin, who they bring in.
Foremost tiger expert that's not in jail.
Of course,
right
man.
now.
You know, and Carole Baskin decides she's going to put up $5,000 in a reward for that tiger. She wants to get that tiger. You think if she gets that tiger, she's turning in? Fuck no, she got boyfriends and husbands and cousins and aunts and uncles to kill. She needs more tigers, and $5,000 is cheap for a tiger, sir. It's cheap for a tiger.
Right.
It really is. And I'll tell you, look what being a piece of shit gets you. Still in the news, still getting money, still playing with tigers, you know, after being terrible at fucking everything. And meanwhile...
When she saw that news story that a tiger was missing in Houston, she jumped slid off her chair, dude.
Jumped on it, slid
she was
off
like,
the chair.
Minutes. I get 15 more minutes.
You got it, man. She couldn't wait to have her picture taken and be in the news once again. And look what being a terrible person gets you. And meanwhile, what happens on the other side of this coin? Where's the Tiger King when all of this is happening? When Carole Baskin is once again on the way up, does a rising tide float all boats in the tiger world? Well, unfortunately, Joe Exotic has prostate cancer in prison. Jesus Christ. And you thought raising tigers was a pain in the ass. Oh.
I'm not a criminal. I'm an artist working in an unpopular medium. Can I just speak to you? I mean, really speak to you like man to man. I've known you for a long time, William. And I know about your penchant for spying on women.